Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Monaco. Today's topic is rather interesting, and I really hope that people take a good listen to this and draw their own conclusions. Apparently, fitness and working out is today considered fatphobic. So let's talk about it.
If you are losing weight because you want to feel better, be in less pain, be healthier.
So if you want to feel better, have less pain, and be healthier, that's fatphobic. If we first try to think about the word fatphobic, we're gonna realize that that's a word that says we are afraid of being obese or we are afraid of being overweight. In that sense, it actually does make sense, right? You are afraid of all those things and it's good that you are. So even if we say that this is true what this person is saying, it is good that you are feeling this way. If you ask me why, well, first of all, besides the obvious health issues such as the increased risk of chronic diseases, you can have heart issues, you can have difficulty breathing, type 2 diabetes, all kinds of issues. Then we come to the mental issues where you feel depressed, you feel anxiety because deep down in yourself you know it's not good to be overweight.
All of these things, that's fatphobic, okay?
And this is not shaming overweight people. This is about bringing to your attention that this is something you should definitely aim to fix unless you are already balanced. Because realistically, you also don't want to be underweight. Underweight also brings, all kinds of health issues. So at the end of the day, it is best to be balanced. You don't need to be super fit, you don't need to be super I don't know what. It's enough to just be balanced between, being overweight and underweight. And then everything is okay. It's the least amount of risk that you can have to your health. And yeah, I mean that it reduces the amount of risk you have significantly. It doesn't mean that you will not get sick and that you will be healthy forever. However, it does reduce that risk a lot. So we should aim for that. Be healthy, be as much as in shape as we want to be or can be, but definitely not be overweight or underweight. That's the key point here. So if working out is fatphobic, so be it. It's good for you.
This exercising thing it's just a giant scam because
this exercising thing is a giant scam. Everybody knows Ethan Klein by now. He's a rather famous persona on the internet and he has quite the following. And if we put his persona aside and just, assume that every person that's following him takes Ethan's advice, maybe we should ask ourselves, is that good advice? Because how is working out or how is exercising a scam? Did you see people who are overweight, underweight, and then those who are balanced or going to the gym and in shape? Did you see the difference between all these people? Most of the time, people who are working out, who are disciplined, who know what they're doing to themselves, because your body is your temple, in general, overweight people potentially will shame you because of their own insecurities and anxiety that's coming from within. Same goes for anybody else that's not healthy, that's not working on themselves, that's not taking care of themselves. So all of those people will try to bring you down and you should not let yourself fall for that trap. On the other hand, good people who are mentally resilient, strong, capable, disciplined, they will never bring you down. The only way with them is to go up, because they will motivate you, they will encourage you to be even better than you are. It's just a different way that it functions. So no, exercising is not a scam. You should definitely do it. You should hit the gym and be better healthier, and in no pain.
Because if I just spent that time on the treadmill doing something else, maybe the time I spent on the treadmill will end up being less than the life I save doing not doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're trying to say.
And the numbers don't add up.
I'm not exactly sure where he's going with this. Is he saying that if he didn't waste his time on the treadmill, he could do something better with his time to contribute somewhere else somehow? Not sure where he's going with this, but regardless of the reasoning, it is not a scam, so it is good for you to work out. If you don't want to work out, at least try to keep your diet as good as possible so that you are keeping yourself balanced. You want to be normal shaped, not overweight, not underweight. That's it, that's the key once again. And one more thing about Ethan is you can see that victim mentality that he has in some of these other videos that you may or may have not seen. But let me just show you just in case.
My dick feels like a piece of wood. Like I have no sensation in my penis. Side effect. And I'm fat, by the way. Also a side effect.
I think nothing else needs to be said, right?
So, intentional weight loss, so you purposely saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, is fatphobic. And you might be like, what? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, maybe I'm now being really open-minded and trying to think maybe this is not so bad. Maybe it is good that this is called fatphobic because you really want to be afraid of being overweight for so many reasons. I mean, we already named the physical issues, mental issues. I mean, you even reduce your life expectancy. Our lives are short enough as they are. 70 or 80 years is the average nowadays. So do you want to reduce your lifespan? I don't think so. And before we go any further, please share your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. We would love to see what you guys think.
I'm not trying to be fatphobic, but you are. You're being fatphobic to yourself.
You're being fatphobic to yourself. Yeah, you should be. Keep it up.
Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? It's probably to fit into something smaller. It's probably so people treat you better. It's probably for all the reasons that fat folks are shamed simply for being fat.
Are these people saying that we should be shamed for wanting to fit into something smaller and for wanting for people to treat us better? I mean, I truly hope that this is coming out of place of love, respect, and they're giving you good advice. However, we cannot be naive here and assume that, because this is obviously some kind of shaming of fit people and people who want to be in shape. Let's not be like that. Let's be better.
This is a licensed therapist who for the last minute spewed utter nonsense in like a circular argument fashion about how if you want to better yourself or lose weight, how that is inherently fatphobic and how you are making society worse and shaming fat people for trying to make yourself skinnier.
Yeah, exactly what Brett says. You're shaming people for wanting to be fit and for wanting to be better. I don't know, people. If this is the kind of advice people are willing to take, I'm kind of afraid for the future of our society. There is nothing wrong with being disciplined, motivated, a person who is in control of their emotions and also their physical state. There's nothing bad about it. In fact, it is very bad to be overweight. It brings nothing good. It doesn't bring nothing good to you personally, and it doesn't bring nothing good to society. So let's not shame fitness people who are taking care of themselves, and instead try to motivate them to keep it up and maybe help people who are being shamed for being overweight or underweight to get into better shape, to be better for themselves, for their good. How about that?
So yes, if you work out strictly for appearance-based reasons, you are fatphobic.
And yeah, if you work out strictly for appearance-based reasons, you are fatphobic. Good for you. When we look at the spectrum, once again, if you are working out for the appearance and you want to look good, do it for that reason only. However, don't use that reason to shame anybody else for not being as fit as you are or as fit as you're gonna get. So, at the end of the day, it's really important that we are all respectful to one another, try to help one another, and push each other for the bettering of us all. And for some reason there's so much hate and anger in these messages that for me it is absolutely ludicrous. At the end of the day you can do whatever you want to do, however, you should know that your actions and your choices have consequences. How you're gonna deal with those, it's gonna be up to you. And to end this episode, I wanted to share something that happened and it's really scary. So do better for your own sake, and if you're gonna be a parent, for the sake of your children. Thank you for watching today's episode. Please share your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Leave a like, share and subscribe if you want to see more of our content, and see you in the next one.